Hello, this is professional video game expert Tim Rogers. You are watching Kotaku.com. Today I'm playing Celeste. Disclosure, the people who made Celeste also made a game whose name has the same number of letters as the name of a game I made. Wow! The game names ended in the same 3 letters. Their game had a rock-solid 4-player competitive mode. So did mine. Their game was wildly successful. I, on the other hand, had to get a job making videos about other people's games, or else die from complications of tooth abscess. The makers of Towerfall gargle champagne instead of Listerine. I, on the other hand, had to conserve my own birthday cake for 2 weeks to combat starvation. Burning with the rage of grim bitterness, I have every reason to dislike Celeste.
Oops.
I don't. I have played Celeste a lot. I'll go ahead and say it out loud into a microphone. Celeste is the first video game I have liked absolutely everything about in many years. There is nothing I don't like about this game. I am not being ironic. People always ask me in the comments if I'm being ironic when I say I like games. No, I'm not. I mean it. Now I realize that by saying this, I'm going to get a lot of comments ironically asking me if I'm being ironic. Please don't do that. And by the way, I'm not being ironic when I ask you to please not do that. Celeste is the direct opposite of the developer's previous game, which was about falling down a tower. Celeste is a game about climbing up a mountain. In other words, it's a complete ripoff of Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. That's a joke. It's actually quite different. For example, it has a jump button. Celeste Mountain is huge, cold, dark, and scary. Developer Matt Thorson told me that's how you can tell the game was made in Canada. Here's how you play. You can move, jump, climb, and dash. Your jump is a Mario-style variable distance jump. You can tap the button to make short jumps, or hold the button to jump higher or farther. However, your dash is a fixed distance commitment action. When you press the dash button, you will dash the exact same length every time. You need to eyeball memorize that length. When you've dashed in midair, your hair turns blue. You can dash only once per aerial maneuver. In order to replenish your dash, your feet need to touch the ground, or you need to touch a special power crystal. Now your hair turns red again. You can dash in 8 directions, including straight down, so the dash functions as a double jump, a fast fall, and a run. When you touch a wall, you'll begin a heavy slide downward. You can press jump again while sliding to perform a wall jump. Or, in a simulacrum of the in-game character's hands gripping a cliff face, you can squeeze the right trigger to grip. While gripping, you can climb. This consumes stamina. Grip too long, and you'll start to slip down the wall. Stamina is mysterious. It has no on-screen indicator. You need to muscle memory it. These moves in concert together weave a gorgeous tapestry of technicality. Your mind and fingers multitask as you balance brain burdens and mold muscle memories. Mastering any given segment of Celeste feels like playing a musical instrument. Some of Celeste's sharpest regrets are the moments when you forget to squeeze the right trigger to grip a wall while falling. Some of Celeste's most boisterous triumphs are the moments you remember to slide down a wall to conserve grip stamina for slightly later. Celeste is often the thrill of racing a stick-shift roadster through a crowded shopping mall. Celeste unfolds over 8 chapters. Each of the 8 chapters consists of dozens of short levels. The developers call them levels, though I find myself repeatedly calling them rooms. I call them rooms because each of them has discrete entrances and exits. Traversing an individual room in Celeste is a multi-step brain journey. First, you sight the goal. You play through multiple traversal scenarios in your head. You enact a plan. You execute. Maybe you fail. You try again. You fail again. Your plan and your technical skill wrestle on the floor of the basement of your mind. Eventually, you succeed. Then, later, you attempt the entire chapter again for revenge. The first time you replay a chapter, you shatter your personal speed record. Then you try again and again. Eventually, your favorite hat doesn't fit anymore. Oh no, you're gonna need a bigger hat. If you die in a room in Celeste, you start at the entrance you entered. I gotta say, one-hit deaths plus short levels equals wow. I can string together a billion impressive clips and feel like a genius. Hey game developers, if you want hot GIF traffic on social media, try making highly technical video games with one-hit death, short levels, and fast respawn. Developer Matt Thorson, an avid Mario Maker craftsperson, told me that Celeste has
more than 700
levels. When I asked how many more than 700, he said it was actually 706 levels. Lots of these levels are optional. I think of each chapter in Celeste as a sort of platonic ideal Zelda dungeon. You can rush through in a linear fashion, or you can explore the many side paths in search of secrets. The primary secrets are strawberries. Why are they strawberries? I don't know. The game itself tells you the strawberries exist merely to impress your friends. It says, only collect them if you really want to. And you know I really want to. It's not enough just to touch a strawberry. You need to touch solid ground after collecting a strawberry in order to properly extract it from a situation's grisly clutches. The developers say you need to make the strawberry feel safe. These strawberries then have feelings. Some of them also have wings, and the ones with wings get scared and fly away when you dash. Each chapter introduces one or more central game design twist, and also has a hidden B-side, which remixes its level designs into cartoonishly difficult heck versions of their standard selves. You're gonna love how weird you feel when you unlock the B-side of the first chapter on your first playthrough. Select that B-side from the world map, and then immediately decide, yeah, I'm gonna do that later.
Bro.
What if I told you this highly technical action game also has a story, and it's good? Seriously, I didn't expect to suddenly feel empathy for a random NPC in the middle of this cold, hard action game. Celeste is a huge, generous game. I spent over 30 hours exploring the main story, scrounging for strawberries, cackling with laughter at the hideous complexity of the B-sides, and replaying every chapter for speed and joy. I must have replayed the first chapter of the game at least 100 times. I shaved my best time down to 1 minute and 26 seconds. Nearly 3 decades of playing Super Mario Bros. 3 every year on my birthday prepared me for Celeste. Hey, shout me out in the comments if you would watch a feature-length documentary-style review of Super Mario Bros. 3. Here's a list of 11 games I remembered fondly while playing Celeste. Super Mario Bros. 3, Milon's Secret Castle, Super Meat Boy, Mighty Bomb Jack, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Mega Man X2, Little Samson, Landstalker, Solar Jetman, Little Samson, Donkey Kong Country 2, Little Samson, Legacy of the Wizard. Celeste did not remind me of Dark Souls. So, of course, I asked Matt Thorson, what is your game the Dark Souls of? He said, it's the Dark Souls of Mario.
There you have it.
Now it's time for a new segment I will call Ask a Professional Video Game Expert. I told my Twitter followers to ask me anything about Celeste. They sure did ask me anything. Gustav Dahl asks, does it have something like the hyperjump in Towerfall? Wow, yeah, it sure does. I was delighted to discover it, so I'll let you discover it yourself. Josie Breckner asks, will I be able to climb a real mountain after playing this game? I'd say your chances are good if you were already able to climb a real mountain before playing this game. Turkey Phone asks, is this game exactly like Super Meat Boy or what? Celeste isn't Super Meat Boy. Celeste is stick shift Super Meat Boy. It's let's say, more contemplative Super Meat Boy. Celeste isn't Super Meat Boy structure-wise either. You don't pick Celeste's levels from a menu. The levels are all strung together seamlessly within chapters. You do, however, pick the chapters from a menu. It's a really nice menu. Curly asks, what is it that makes those dang strawberries so delightful? Why do you even feel the need to ask that? It's game fruit, for God's sake. Nobody can resist game fruit. Tom Smith asks, does it feel good to shave those seconds off your time? Does the game encourage it? Celeste's developers crafted the game with speedrunners in mind. It even has a speedrun clock option in the options menu. So, yes, it feels as good as an ice-cold, lemon-flavored Lacroix in a hot shower on a rainy winter night after a long day of hard work. I play Celeste on Steam with an Xbox One Elite controller. Those hair triggers are good for gripping and climbing. Though it's also on Nintendo Switch, meaning I can practice speedrun strategies in the bathroom, on the train, or even... Brofist651 asks, are there bosses? Yes. The Keats asks, what? How dare you ask me that? It seems I have failed to educate my audience. I deeply apologize. So let's go over this again. I was born stupid. However, I will not die hungry. Video games forever. Kotaku.com. Celeste is a true single-player esport.